Welcome, everyone. This is Jennifer with Creativity. I'm an independent Stampin' demonstrator, and I am here tonight to have some crafting time. Come on in and join me as, as I am getting my lights cut on. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. As we are getting our lights cut on, welcome. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Sunday. Um, I have had a busy day, but a good day. Been in the yard doing some things, and then I had to do some work at our farm today and all that good stuff. All right, there we go. Now I don't feel like I'm in the dark. Welcome, everyone. Come on in and let's have some fun tonight. Give everybody a few more minutes to get on as I get my desktop pulled up. Whew. Rushing to eat dinner. I don't know what it is, but my kids decide that Sunday nights at 7:30 is dinner time. So then I'm rushing to get downstairs to eat and get back up here. So give me just a second as I try to get everything connected here. And then we're going to dive into our Sunday projects as I have several things to share with you tonight. All right. First and foremost, I have the in-person card class going on Monday, June the 9th. I would love for you to come and be a part of that. In the event tab, there is a section in there. If you will click going, that way you will be RSVPing for a spot so I know how many kits to make. I am so excited about the in-person card class on Monday, June the 9th. So if you are interested, please click on the event tab and click going so that way I know how many kits to make. If you're not sure, if you haven't been before and you're interested in it and just don't know about it, then just click it and then I will reach out to you as well. And your first time to in-person card class, it is free. And then thereafter, you do place a small order or pay a fee. But it is very minimum that you do. The other thing that will be going out tonight, so make sure you're connected to my email. I will be sending out, I am doing a summer camp and I am excited about advertising that. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I am doing something new this year. It is a summer promotion. So I have my little beach sand cup here. So anytime that you take part in participating in my creativity club, if you attend any of my classes, whether they're online classes or in-person classes, if you purchase the creativity club, you get a ticket that will be going into the bucket. If you attend any in-person classes, your name will go in the bucket. If you make a minimum $30 order a month, your name will go in the bucket. So this is a summer promotion. So I am going to be carrying my little sand bucket around with me throughout the summer, which is June, July, and August. And then at the end of August, I am going to be doing a drawing, and it's going to be for a I'm not sure if I'm going to do a gift certificate or if I will have a basket of product. So depends on our participation. I may do two. Who knows? Because August is my birthday month. So I want to celebrate. So let's have a great celebration and let's participate throughout the summer. I am doing a summer camp that is going to be online. I'm doing a craft along that will be online, and this is all happening in June. And I will be putting my schedule out as soon as I get done with this live tonight. Hello, Mom. Thank you for joining me. All right, so there's lots going on in the month of June. And then, of course, we have our Sip and Kit class that is going to be on June the 22nd, I believe. Getting my calendar so I can make sure I tell you the right date on that. It is a Sunday this month. I'm not crazy about that, but it's just the way my schedule falls that I had to move it from a Saturday to a Sunday. So yes, Sipping Kit is going to be Sunday, June the 22nd. And like I said, I am doing the stamp camp, which is virtual. That is in June. And then I am also doing a craft along in June. So those are the big events that we're going to be doing in June. Like I said, there's lots of activities going on. So make sure you stay tuned to my emails. Hello, Miss Debbie. Thank you. I love your hobby. I've been on the farm pretty much all day, so that fits right in with me tonight. That is why I'm so plain. I come home and showered and didn't do the makeup nor the hair, so it's been a work day. But anyway, I am ready to turn the camera around and get started. But just remember, summer promotion, if you participate in card class, if you purchase my any of my classes, whether they're in person or in online, your name will go on a ticket and then you will get in the basket as well. All right, so stay active and let's celebrate in August, our summer month of creativity. All right, so now the product that we are using, one of the products that we're using will be part of card class Monday, June the 9th. And then the sunrise sailing is part of the creativity club for the month of June. Now, the cards that I am making tonight will not be the cards that you make during the creativity. So those are going to be separate cards, but this stamp set is the stamp set that I am featuring for Creativity Club. If you're interested in Creativity Club, it is a subscription, a monthly subscription. You subscribe to it, and then it is you can cancel it at any time, hassle free. But make sure you register by the 10th. Make sure you register by the 15th of the month in order to get that month's kit. Now, the sunrise sale, you can add that to your class if you choose to, and it will be with no shipping and handling as well because that's already in there. So you get free shipping and handling if you add it to your Creativity Club class. All right, guys, I am going to turn the camera around and then we are hopefully going to get started with our projects. If you are watching this video, please click the button that says like and start following me as well because that does help me grow, and share the video. Hey, Nancy, welcome. So make sure if you're joining late, make sure you go back and catch the beginning so you can understand what our little sand bucket is all about. Okay? Because I want to add names in that hat. All right. So a couple of things I wanted to share with you. Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. You have until June the 10th to subscribe. And this one here is for the June Paper Pumpkin Kit. It is called Full Charm, and it's going to be making 9 cards, 3 of each design, and then it comes with everything that you need in that kit to make that. So you can do a monthly subscription that is $27. You can do a 3-month subscription, which is $81. You can do a 6-month subscription, which is $162. And then you can do a year subscription, which is $324. So Paper Pumpkin subscriptions, if you're interested in that, make sure you register by the 10th of the month to get that. All right. So starting on June the 3rd, we are, or I should say Stamping Up, not we. Stamping Up is doing a buy one, get one, 50% off of all sweets and sweet products. All right, so this is a big savings for all of the, and it says the sale includes all sweets and sweet products from the 2025-26 annual catalog and online exclusives. So let me share with you what is happening here. Let me grab my catalog. Thought I had it right there. Okay, here we go. So in the catalog, I wanted to share with you what is going on because this is an awesome deal, guys. All right, so let's see. Let's get to a suite here. So on page 40 of the annual catalog, let's go there real quick. So the one I chose is the Florals and Blooms. So if you wanted, just say you wanted this suite, and then you just type in the code. So this bundle originally is $122.50. So out of that, you would pay that. But if I then turned over here and I chose that I wanted the Totally Cute suite, it is $80.50. You would get 50% off of that bundle or off of that suite. Okay, so you're going to be paying full price for one, and then you will get 50% off of another suite. Okay, just so you understand that. But if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will be happy to walk you through that. And then if you look online, we've got tons of suites out there for the online exclusives that you would be able to get that discount on. All right. The last thing I wanted to share with you tonight is our virtual album retreat. I am all into the scrapbooking, and I have been doing a fair amount with the Stamping Up products since they've come out with it. And this is the first time Stampin' Up has done a virtual retreat for scrapbooking. And it is covered over 3 days. It is July 16th through the 18th. And it starts at 10:30 p.m. Mountain Time. So then you would have to do the conversion to our time. But it is going to be on Facebook in a private group. And then because of Facebook's doing their changes where after 30 days videos are deleted, they are going to create a private YouTube channel to where the video stays there forever for those that signed up. That will only be available for those that sign up for this retreat. Hey, Dora. So with this, you are going to be making 12 scrapbook spreads, and it is for the entire year. So you're going to start out in January and go all the way through December. So by the time you get done with your album, you will be made 24 pages. Yay, Debbie. Yes, I started, I've probably been doing it about 20 years. I did a little book for my daughter's sweet 16th birthday. And the lady that helped me get it going, I just fell in love with scrapbooking, and I've been doing it ever since. And my daughter will be 35 in August. So yeah, I've been up there about in 18, 19 years. So I love it. And I am so excited about this virtual retreat here. But you will do 24 pages total. Stamping Up is doing all the prep work. They're doing all of the cutting of the pages and everything. And then you will learn techniques. They're going to teach you techniques and all of that throughout this virtual retreat. So I will be putting the link in this video if you're interested in purchasing it. The link will be there. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will be glad to help answer any questions that I can. If I can't answer the questions, I will make sure I find the answers for you guys. The cost of this retreat, and yes, when I say it, we're going to cringe, but I'll break it down for you. So this retreat is $250. However, like I said, you are doing 24 pages. So if you're familiar with scrapbooking, and if you've ever been to a scrapbook store before and you buy pre-cut kits, when you break down this cost, you are basically paying $10 per page. And to get a scrapbook 12 by 12 page with all the product pre-cut for you and the layout with step-by-step instructions, that is phenomenal. So I believe the price is where it should be for the amount of products you're getting, as well as you will be getting extra supplies, because I've done a lot of our scrapbook kits that Stampin' Up is doing, and there is always leftover supplies. So if you're interested in the virtual scrapbooking, I will have the link in the video. You're welcome to purchase it. Look at the layout. They have some information on the website. Go out, check it out. And if you have any questions, again, let me know. All right. All right, guys. Oh, goodness, Debbie. Yes. I never did get my daughter's wedding album done. I printed the pictures and then it went downhill from there, unfortunately. So, but I've got my kids' books and my grandkids, so I'm happy with all of that. All right, so let's start with our products tonight. So this project right here, this is called Sunrise Sailing. I am in love with this set. Now keep in mind, this is the product that will be featured in Creativity Club for the month of June. The cards that I will be making tonight using the set are not included in Club, so don't feel that I'm going to be doing a repeat, because I got all different cards for that, so don't worry for that one. But that is the bundle or the stamp set that we will be using tonight, as well as I'm actually going to be sharing a technique with you tonight. And I'm so excited about sharing this with you. Got to clean the folder out real quick. Give me 1 second. I left it. Did not clean that up. All right. So then we have our embossing folder. Now, I shared this when we did our open house, my catalog launch, I should say, not open house. But this is the way the folders work with it being embossed. And then it also is a hybrid folder, and it will cut out the cell as well. So, it has dies with it. Let me grab those really quick. And there are the dies. And then this is the little cheat sheet of what all the dies look like for this set. Okay? Now, the other one that we are going to be using is, where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I am going to be using the stamp set, The Right Words. I love this stamp set because there are so many. It can go for all kinds of cards. It's got a missing you, a thinking of you, a happy birthday, you're so kind. This one is just a great stamp set. And then in the card class on Monday, the June 9th, I hope everybody can participate. So make sure you go to the event tab and click going if you're going to be able to attend. If not, this is my online monthly card class. So the way this works is if you place a minimum $40 order, the projects that I am doing tonight, you will get for free. So when you place a minimum of a $40 order, then you get these cards that I am making tonight for free. That is my online card class. So make sure you take advantage of that so you can get all the supplies that you need to make the cards that we're working with tonight. So this is the designer paper. It is called Gallery Blooms, I believe it is. And this bundle, beautiful gallery, and it is on page 52 of our annual catalog, page 52. I'm going to that page now. Beautiful gallery. So this is also a suite that will be on sale on June the 3rd if you're interested in it. But the two stem sets that go with it is this beautiful Mafias and Gallery Blooms. These are the two stamp sets, but I'm not using those tonight, but I am using the designer paper that goes with this set. And I have shared it before. That is the front and the back there, and then that is the back. I'm going to just go through a few of them. I'm not going to do all of them. It is just really gorgeous paper. I just love this paper. And again, this is part of the in-person card class that is Tuesday, June the 9th. If you're interested in going, I would love to have you come. If not, there's going to be some other opportunities with summer camp going on. And also, I am doing a craft along this year. This month, which is different. I haven't done that before. So we've got lots going on. So make sure you stay tuned and you are part of my email list so you don't miss out. All right. So that is all the designer papers. I believe that's all. I might have missed a few, but you got the idea. All right, so we got 4 projects tonight, so I am ready to get started. How about you? I know I am ready to get some crafting done, as it has been a moment since I've been able to play. All right, so let's just move all of this out of the way, and I hope I've got everything I need right here. All right, so the first 2 we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the gallery cards that we're going to make. So there is card 1, and here is card 2. Okay, so the card itself, the designer paper in itself does everything for you. I mean, it is just that beautiful paper. All right, so we're going to start with this one first. All right, so I am using Lost Lagoon, and then, of course, the Gallery Bloom Designer Series paper. The paper is 6x6 paper, so I am going to take my Lost Lagoon, and I've got my card base here, and I've got it scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder and run across here and give it that great seal. And then look at this paper. Isn't it gorgeous? I mean, gosh, it is just gorgeous paper. I'm going to take my tape runner, hopefully, and we're going to put some adhesive on the back. Now you can use liquid glue or you can use tape runner. That is totally your choice. I'm going to do the tape runner tonight, and we're going to put this right in the base of the card there. And then I have a piece of basic white that I will stick on the inside here. All right. And then we're going to put this right there. Perfect, perfect. Now, I've already did this, but with the Gallery Balloons bundle with the dies, it comes with this frame and it cuts out 3 different sizes. So this one is the center of this frame. So I am going to use that as my tag. Okay. And then we are going to take Secret C, and we're going to get it opened, and we're going to do Secret C. And this sentiment that we're going to use, it says, forever loved, forever remembered. And then we're going to tap it into our Secret C, and then we're going to stamp it right onto our beige cardstock. Now, because these are rubber stamps, you do not need the pad that I normally have because of the rubber already on that. It gives it that cushion already. I need to get my dimensionals here because I'm going to attach it onto the card base with the dimensionals. All right. And you know, I am a heavy glue person and I love my dimensionals. So you put however many you like on your card, because I'm extra. That's just the bottom line. My husband tells me that all the time. And you know, we're building our studio, my craft studio at our home, the place where we're moving to, which is my home place that I grew up at. And we were supposed to be scaling back and everything. And he told me today that my craft room, studio, whatever I wanted to call it, is getting quite pricey after he got the quote to do the AC because he hadn't planned on putting AC up in the area above the garage, but he was crazy and he closed that room off. And I've done a video before, but he closed that room off. And after I've visually seen it, I can't let that space go to waste. We got to turn that into craft space. So I told him I had to have AC up there and it had to be heat controlled and all that. So yeah, now he's telling me my studio's getting pricey. So he told me I was extra, but that's okay because it'll be all right. I told him that too. We'll figure it out because I want that space because it's just gorgeous. I've got so many plans in my head that we're going to be doing things. I'm going to be real busy with stuff. All right, so what I'm doing now is taking our basic beige ribbon, and I cut a piece so I can tie a bow. Now let's see if I can do this. I didn't do it very well when I was practicing, so let's see. I want to take my snips and I want to cut this ribbon in half. Okay, and there's probably a better way for somebody that sews or knows how to cut straight. There's probably a better way for me to do this. And I'm thinking of Nancy right now because she She sews, and she's probably like, girl, there's a better way. But this is how I'm doing it. I'm actually doing better. I'll show you my piece that I did when I was trying to do my practice run today. Um, Let me finish cutting this because I probably cut it too long. But let's finish this real quick. And then I'll show you my piece where I chopped it all up. So now I've cut it in half and I made it smaller. And this is the one I did earlier. So I started cutting, right? It looks normal. Well, somehow or another, I went crooked and all but cut it in half there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I chopped it up. So that we got scratched. But this is a perfect piece here. So now what I want to do is I'm going to tie a bow, or I'm going to hope to tie a bow. Let's see, because you know, bows come and go. Sometimes they awesome, and then sometimes it's like, holy moly. All right, let's see. It looks like it's going to work. Look at there. And I did cut too much. We're going to snip that off. And I'm probably going to have to snip it just a little more, but I don't want to do that until I get it actually on the card base. All right. So make sure you click the like button. Follow me. If you are not already following my Facebook Live and our channel, that way you don't miss any of my lives or any of my posts that I do. Also, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I am working on getting it developed and growing as well. I would love for you to follow me there as well and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will always do everything on Facebook, and then YouTube is my backup since Facebook is canceling videos after 30 days. YouTube will allow my videos to stay live forever and ever and ever, hopefully. So there is the bow that we got there, and I am going to trim it just a little bit here. Okay. And then I'm going to take the pressed flowers um, and embellishments, and I am going to dazzle up the card here. We're going to put up one of the big ones there, and then we're going to do two small ones. We're going to put one here and one here. And again, please remember, this is the online monthly class. When you come on June the 9th, we will be using the same product, but it will be a different design. Okay? So it will not be the same design. All right, so now we've got to do our envelope. And what I did for the envelope is, I think, did I put back the piece for this envelope? Hold on, guys. Well, I'm not sure what I did with my little strip. All right, well, I'm going to find it after we move on. So what I did is, because I don't know where it is, so I can't do it with you, but I took a piece that we had cut off of here, and I put my designer paper here on the flap of the envelope on the back side, and that way it matches the card base. So that'll be what I do when I find my piece of cardstock. Designer paper. All right, so that is card number one. Card number one. All right, so let's move on to card number two, which is this one here. And this is using the basic beige ribbon, Lost Lagoon, the beautiful gallery designer paper, and then I stamped the sentiment using the right word stamp set. Okay. And then, so this card, what we're going to do is we have got our basic beige here cut. We've got all of our pieces ready to go. We're going to take our basic beige, fold it at the scored mark, and then you're going to run your bone folder up at the top and give it that crease there. And then we've got our designer series paper that's going to go right on the top. And then we are going to take the frame out of the die. Remember, I said it made three different shapes, excuse me. So we used the center one for the first card. Now I'm using the frame for the second card, and that's going to go there. But it's also going to go over top of the designer series paper here. So what I'd like to do is I want to take my liquid glue for this, and I'm going to make a small trail around. Now be real careful that you don't put too much because you don't want your card, the glue to goosh out of the back of it. So I found it's easier to do this with the glue on the frame. And then you are going to take, I don't know why I put that down because I had it right. You're going to put your designer paper down, and then you're going to take your frame and you're going to lay it on top of the card. And with it being liquid glue, you've got a little wiggle room there that you can move it around if you need to. Okay? And now let that dry a second. You also are going to take the basic beige ribbon now, and you're going to wrap it around your designer series paper all the way around, and you're going to tie a bow on the sides. Okay, let's do this, and then we're going to tie a bow. All right, give me 1 second here. I'm going to try to make it as snug as I can without making a mess. Perfect. And then you're going to just pull your bow and make it the size. Uh-oh. Hold on. Got it too loose. You're going to make it the size that you want your bow. So that is going to be totally up to you as to what. All right. This is not supposed to be struggle moments. This is the moment I tell you that bows can be easy or they can make it rough. And this is making it not so easy today. Give me 1 second, guys. I promise it's going to come together. Third time's a charm, right? Yep. There we go. See? Now let me make sure we can pull this down because I don't want a big bow. All right. And then once you get your bow made, then it's just a matter of working with it to get it the way you want it to look. So we're going to just let it go like that. We're going to snip it off. And I believe it's in a good spot. We're going to take our dimensionals and we're going to put on the back side of here. Okay. Perfect. And then I'm going to take my handy dandy pick tool and we're going to lift the backs off of our dimensionals. And this is going to go on the card front. Just like that. Beautiful. All right. And then we're going to take our designer series paper and we're going to stamp our sentiment in it. And our sentiment says, but just know how much I love and care about you. We're going to tap it in our secret C. And then we're going to stamp it directly on our designer series paper. Great. And then we're going to take this end and we're going to tear it. And you can tear it straight. You can do a zigzag. That's totally up to you. And then, of course, we're going to put our dimensionals on the back side. Okay? And that is going to go down at the bottom. We're ready to take it now. And since we used dimensionals already, I'm going to just take my adhesive and run it across the back here. I would probably try it with dimensionals, but I don't want it to be too popped up. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to just do regular adhesive on that. All right, and then we're going to finish it off with our pressed flower embellishments. And we're going to grab two of the big ones and we're going to stick it on the end of the card there. Okay, now with this envelope, I am going to take a piece of the designer series paper and I am going to cover the lid of the envelope here. And if you've never done this, it is amazing to do. I encourage you to try it. It is a way of decorating your envelopes so you do not send a naked envelope out. All right, so we're going to open this up then. And I am going to put this up there. I got a little too much, so it's wanting to come out the top up there. So get it all off as much as you can, because that's the last thing you want to do is mail something and then it gets stuck in the mail office. All right, and then you're going to just take your snips and you're going to trim around your envelope. All right, and then we're going to do it again. All right. So now this is card number 2, and the envelope matches your designer series paper. I hope you like that. Again, go ahead and subscribe or like the video, share the video, all of that good stuff, because that does help me grow. And that is what I'm trying to do. And I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so let me get these stamps cleaned off real quick, and then we're going to move into our sailboat bundle. remember the kit that I just did tonight with the designer paper? That is what we will be featuring for our in-person card class. Not the same card, but the same designer paper. And then the um, Sunrise Sailing Bundle is the set that I am using in the Creativity Club. And if you're interested in subscribing to that, click the link in the video and you will subscribe to that. And then what you do is on that, you will be making 4 to 5 projects. You will get roughly $20 to $25 in free product. And then you will also get a free PDF written instruction step-by-step tutorial to put those projects together. And I would love for you to subscribe and join. It is a lot of fun, and I thoroughly enjoy doing that for everyone. All right, so now let's move to the last 2 cards, and this is using the Sunrise Sailing. And here is one of the cards that we will be doing. And this has actually got a technique to it. I can't wait to share it with you. And then here is the other card that we will be using. And again, these are not the cards from Creativity Club. I will be doing something separate, but it is the same stamp set. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. We're going to start with this one tonight. Let's start with this one first. I am going to close Secret C because I don't need that color. Now what I've got here is I am using basic white cardstock. I am using the Neutrals 6x6 Designer Series paper, which is the blue and white in the background. The yellow is Lemon Lolly. The blue is Cloud Cover. And the ink I used is Misty Moonlight. And then Timber Tiger ink is in that one as well. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we have our card base. We're going to take that and we're going to fold it. And then we are going to run our bone folder down like we always do. Then we have our Designer Series paper that I need to go ahead and put my adhesive on. And this can go directly onto the card front. Since it is already so pretty, we don't need to do anything with that. Then we have our Lemon Lolly, and what I did is I took the punch. Which punch was it? Was it 2 3/8? Yes, the 2 3/8 circle punch, and I punched it out. And then I used the clouds that was in the die, so I've got the clouds already. The only thing I needed to do was on the sun, I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper here, and I'm going to share with you a little technique that I did with this. So you're going to want your Timid Tiger ink, and then your Lemon Lolly ink. Lemon Lolly. All right, so then we are going to take our sponges that we have and put that one there. Lemon Lolly, I'm going to just kind of rub it in, and then I'm going to rub off, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to rub it around onto the card, or onto the Lemon Lolly cardstock. And because what I did is I used, and you can see the difference in that. So for the folder that I used to emboss this with, I used the soft Waves 3D embossing folder. All right, now that I did the lemon lolly on there, you want to take your timid tiger and rub it around, and then you want to rub it in the center, giving it a little of the orange look. There you go. You can see it now. All right. So that is the little technique that we did with that. Now I want to take my stamp. Oh, let's go ahead and close these up because I'm done with Lemon Lolly and Timid Tiger. We are done with those ink pads. Now I need my Misty Moonlight. And I need, do I not have, I thought I had cloud cover over here. All right, let me grab cloud cover. Thought I had a piece of it over there already. Here we go. All right, so I got my cloud cover. So now we're going to stamp our sailboat in the Misty Moonlight, and I'm going to tap it into the ink pad. And then I am going to stick it straight onto cloud cover, and I'm going to press it down. And there is our sailboat. Now what I want to do is I've got to run this through. I got to run it through the die machine. So let me do that real quick. So here's the die, and we're going to take it and we're going to layer it just like this, run it through the die machine, and it will cut it out. So I've got my die machine right here. I brought it closer to me so I didn't have to step away. So give me 1 second while I run this through. And, all right. And there it goes. Okay, so here's our sailboat. Now the other thing we've got to do is take the basic white and we are going to take the wave die that is in this stamp set and we are going to cut out a wave. So here's the die. So we're going to take this and that is the wrong piece. I don't know why I keep grabbing that one. This is the size I need. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it up at the top and we're going to run this through the embossing machine and cut it just like I did the sailboat. So give me 1 second. I wanted you to be able to see it from start to finish. So that way you can see it. I hope you are enjoying the projects. I have thoroughly enjoyed playing with these projects this weekend and doing some other things that I've done. And like I said, I've got all kind of classes coming up and been working on all of that stuff for you as well. Cannot wait to share it with you. All right, so all right, Doris, just catch replay, no problem. All right, so now we're ready to do our sentiment on here. And this sentiment is going to be, you deserve the best. And we're going to stamp it right down in the bottom. And I need to get another block real quick. All right. So we are going to use the Misty Moonlight. And that is going to go right down in the bottom here. You deserve the best. Okay? And see how it did the wave up there? I just love that. All right, so now what I did is I took this and kind of set it around before I glued anything. I wanted to do this, just kind of lay it out so you can tell where you want your pieces. And that's going to go all the way down at the bottom. So I know that for a fact, so we're going to go ahead and put our adhesive on the back of it. And we're going to cover up that DSP as much as we can. There we go. And then our sailboat needs to be able to go on here as well. So that's kind of what I was layering it up with to make sure I didn't put the sun in the wrong spot, the clouds in the wrong spot. So let's go ahead and put our adhesive on our sun back there. And we're going to slip this right under the clouds. And now we're ready to attach our clouds down. All right, and then we're going to change this one. Come on. All right, and then we're going to put that one down here. Now, our sailboats, we are going to put on dimensionals on the back. And one right there. And then we're going to take our pick tool, pop those backs off. And then we are going to stick our sailboat right on our card. That is card number 3. Now on the inside, what I did is I put the water waves down at the bottom. So I've got my water wave on my block. So I'm going to tap it into my Misty Moonlight. And then this is going to go right down in the bottom. Okay. There is card number 3. And then same thing for the envelope. What I did is I took the wave and I stamped it going across the envelope. And then it just overlaps. And since I got it on my desk, I've got to wipe that off so it don't get on the next card. All right, so there is card number 3 with the envelope. Okay, we got to put our embellishments on it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so these embellishments are called the Opal Rounds Assortments. And I use the big lemon lolly one, and we're going to put it there. And then I use 2 of the little ones. And, come on, I'm going to drop it down the bottom there. And then this one's going to go over here. All right, now we're done with card number 3. All right, move to card number 4. I am so excited to share this one with you because it has such a cool technique. I hope you enjoy watching this. I don't know if you've ever done it or not, but I have not. So I am excited to share this with you. So we have our basic beige as our cardstock. So we're going to take it again and we're going to just fold it at the score mark and run the bone folder right there. All right, now I have this little piece. So here we go. Let's take the embossing folder, and we have, where's it at? We have white craft ink. So we're going to open this up, and on the left side of the folder, we are going to we're going to take our pad and we're going to cover the inside of our embossing folder. You want it to cover the inside of our embossing folder. Okay, make sure you got it as covered as you can. Then you're going to take your basic beige and you're going to put it right in the center. And then you're going to close this off. So it's going to look just like that. Okay? And then you're going to run it through your cut and emboss machine. So let me do that real quick. Oh, shucks. Hold on. Wrong plate. Like, why is it not going through there? All right. Now watch this. And then you need to let this dry a second. But you can see the white in the cardstock. How cool is that? I'm not sure, like I said, if you've ever done that or not. I have not. So I thought it was really, really cool. So I'm also going to do, I have a 1-inch strip. So I'm going to go ahead and re-ink this up, and I'm going to run it through again, because for the envelope, I just used this strip for the waves for the envelope. So we're going to put that in there. We're going to run it through the embossing machine again. Give me 1 second. And we're going to run it through. Okay. And again, you got to let it dry, but you can see the white in it. Thanks, Debbie. So, I loved it when I tried it today. I played with that earlier, and I was like, oh, this is definitely going to be one of the cards. I just dropped my pad in the ink pad. So let me clear my folder there so I don't get that everywhere. All right, so that's all we're going to do with the white embossing. So we're going to, the white craft ink. So we're going to fold that, put that up, let it dry. Now, while that is drying, I have my label that I want to stamp for my sentiment, and I'm using Best Wishes. And all of the stamps that I'm using for this is coming out of the Sunrise Sailing. So I am going to use the Best Wishes on this one. And I'm using the Misty Moonlight ink. And we're going to stamp it directly into our tag. There we go. And giving that other just a few more minutes, we're going to take our basic white ribbon. If you have Misty Moonlight, that would be better than the white, but I did not have any of the Misty Moonlight ribbon. So if you have that, I would recommend using that, but I didn't. So I'm going to use just the white, and I'm going to tie a bow. And then we will be ready now to hook everything on. Okay. And now everything is ready to assemble. Hold on 1 second. My grandson just walked up. What you got? Going to bed. Good night. Love you.
Love you.
Okay. All right, so I took this and I'm going to use dimensionals to put on here. And because this is embossed, I'm definitely going to do 3 across the top, 3 in the middle, and 3 at the bottom, just because of it being embossed. It's already going to be standing up when I put it on the card, so I just want to make sure that it is attacked really well. All right. Come on. Oh, come on. The little sticky got too full. There we go. All right, now we're ready to put this onto our card base. And then I did put 2 dimensionals on my label. And then it's ready to go onto the, not on the table, onto the card. And then the ribbon, I just used the glue dots. And we are going to hook them on with the glue dots. And then we're going to take our rib bow and just kind of put it to the side just like that. And like I said, if you had the Misty Moonlight ribbon that we do sell, that would be great with this project. But I did not have any. I thought I had it, but I just didn't have it. So we're going to use the opal pearls here. I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight one and the clear. We're going to go ahead and put those on here for the card. And then for the envelope, what I did is I took my adhesive and ran it down very well with it. And then it's going to go down at the bottom of the card envelope in the front. So there is card number 4 and it matches the envelope. All right, guys. We are finished with all 4 of the online class projects. Remember, if you place a minimum of a $40 order, you will get all of these projects sent to you for free. So let's pull out our projects again so you can see the projects that we did. So here is card number 2. And then here is project 3. Move my goodies out of the way. And then you've got project number 1. So there are our 4 projects for tonight. Again, this is the free with a purchase class. So if you have made a minimum of a $40 order, you get these 4 projects for free. And then keep in mind that if you're interested in Creativity Club, I am using for the month of June, I am using the Sunrise Sailing set. These are not the cards you would make, but it is the same stamp set. And then for in-person card class, if you're interested in that, that is on June the 9th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and that will be located in Lexington, South Carolina. If you're able to attend, please go to that link in my event tab and click going so I know how many kits to make. And then we are going to be featuring this designer series paper from Beautiful Gallery. All right, so let's just wrap up with a recap. Remember the sand bucket. You will get your name put in the bucket for the summer promotion from June to August by participating in-person card class, making a minimum of a $30 order, and then and that's every month. Every time you place an order, anytime you purchase a class, or anytime that you attend one of my in-person classes, whether it's in person or if it's online, your name goes in the sand bucket, and then in August we are going to draw it, and it's either going to be, depending on how I feel, we may have two drawings, but it's going to be for a gift certificate for a product of your choice, or I will have a basket that I picked of supplies as well. So August is my birthday, so let's celebrate, guys. I would love to do more than one gift. So let's put those orders in, attend these classes, and let's get your names in the sand bucket. All right, guys, that is it. I will be back live on Wednesday with Coffee and a Card at 6:15 a.m. Please make sure you join my email so you don't miss out on any of the classes, because I have summer camp, which is virtual this time, going live. I will be sending out the details either tonight or first thing in the morning so you can get registered for that. All right. See you on Wednesday. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me. I'll be glad to talk with you. Thank you and have a good evening.